Hello, everybody. It's Kara from Nine Lives Paranormal, and I want to welcome you to our inaugural presentation of Haunted or Hype, where I show you some of our haunted objects and I ask the viewers, what do you think? Is it smoke and mirrors, or is there actually something behind it? Now, some of you probably have already seen our haunted objects if you've come to one of our events. We'll be having another one in October at the Boot and Elks Lodge, so you might want to stop by to see them for yourselves and tell me what you think. So, let's talk about our first one. Let's throw it all the way back to 2005, where 18-year-old Alan Wade committed a double murder. Yes, he did. He committed a double murder along with his friend Michael Jackson, not the Michael Jackson, a Michael Jackson, and Tiffany Cole and Bruce Nixon. Now, they kidnapped an elderly couple by the name of Reggie and Carol Sumner. And what they did was they threw them in the back of their Cadillac. Oh, excuse me, not Cadillac, Lincoln Town Car. Threw them in the back of their Lincoln Town Car and drove across straight lines from Jacksonville, Florida to Georgia, where they had a shallow grave waiting for them. They bound them, they gagged them, and they threw them in the shallow grave. Now, why would you ask did they do this? Money. They were driven by greed and they wanted to get into their bank accounts. So, it was calculated, it was cruel, and the goal was only for self-serving purposes. But it didn't end with their deaths. Some people say that the trauma lived on in rings, but we'll get there. So, Wade was convicted of 2 counts of murder, kidnapping, and robbery, and his first sentence was death. However, Florida changed its laws, and in order to be convicted of death, you need a unanimous decision by the jury. Wade's jury voted 11-1, so his sentence in 2002 was changed from death to life in prison without parole. But this wasn't about legal reform. The judge called his crimes cruel. He called them brutal and called them torturous. And all the people who were involved were searching for answers onto why this could possibly happen. But it is not ours to wonder why. That is what the law is supposed to do. Anyway, so here's where things start to take a turn from criminal to the supernatural. So while he was in prison, he crafted 2 rings, which I will show you. They are right here. They're made of prison materials, I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't have any time in prison. Quiet out there. And they're made of prison materials, and I'll hold them up. As you can see, they have some, I'm trying to see if I can get them focused, writing on them. If you see our intro, the intro has a good close-up of them, of the writings on them. I think it's Enochian. I'm not sure. If anyone knows Enochian, if they want to contact me, I'll send them a script, what it looks like on here, and you can help me decipher it. Anyway, he crafted these 2 rings, and anyone who knows anything about haunted objects knows that no matter what, there's going to be reasons as to why an object that is associated with somebody who has committed such a devious act may be supernatural. So let's talk about what the theory possibly could be. And I've got a few of them. And you guys, chime in whenever you want. I mean, you could tell me if I'm right, if I'm wrong, if you got a new one, I don't know. So they can have residual energy, which we know. Objects can have residual energy, right? And they could be soaked in the aftermath of such trauma and his crimes, and his energy passed on to them. They could be psychic anchors, and these sigils tether Wade to the trauma, and they keep it on these alive on these rings. They can have unintentional invocation, which means he accidentally channeled something onto these rings, right? And something came through him and expressed itself in those sigils. It could be a cursed creation, whether he knew it or not. He could have devised them, because there are rumors that the sigils came to him, and he put them on the ring. So, or they could have a different dark purpose. For example, they are 2 different sizes. They could be one for one person and another partner, and it could tether those 2 people together, or the one person who controls the other person. You don't know. So, my question is, what do you think? Are these haunted, or are they hype? What are we left with? We're left with a murderer. We're left with a pair of rings that no one can actually trace. That no one can actually trace the sigils to. Multiple reports of haunted happenings around them, including flickering lights and things like that. I've had people ask me to buy them, and I've said no. Oh no. Geez, I had to get that before it ran away or my dog took it, right? So I've had multiple people ask me to buy them, and I've said no because I don't know what's attached to them, and I don't want to pass on anything that could possibly be negative, right? So you tell me, is it haunted? Are they hype? Maybe it's Wade's guilt attached to them. Maybe it's what he used as a doorway. Who knows? But if you ever have a haunted object you want to investigate or debunk, reach out. We love to separate the truth from fiction. Until next time, stay curious, stay grounded, and if you come across some rings with some language on them you don't understand, give me a call.
There's a chill in the air as the lights start to fade. Shadows are dancing where memories are made. Whispers of spirits drift down the dark hall. Footsteps behind you, or maybe nothing at all. Rows of black tables with relics and bones. Haunted dolls staring with eyes made of stone. The flicker of candles, the scent of decay. You've crossed the threshold, now there's no turning away. Welcome to the hollow, where the past comes alive. Ghosts in the corners, echoes in the night. Lectures and secrets, films flicker and fade. Step through the shadows and don't be afraid. A seer sits silent with cards in her hand. The flicker of firelight, the shifting of sand. The veil grows thin as the seance begins.